Most will make it in darkness. Once there is light in the sky, the predators will wake. Like giant human herons, Sri Lanka's iconic stilked fishermen wait for the arrival of schools of mackerel and herring. The origins of this unusual practice are lost in myth. According to legend, after the Second World War, an inventive fisherman was finding it hard to get his own rock to fish from. Making use of scrap metal poles left by departing troops, he made his own perfect perch, much to the envy of his competitors. The practice soon caught on. Below the waves, infinite schools of big-mouth mackerel block out the sun. Jaws gaping wide. With one coordinated scoop, they filter plankton from the newly recharged water. Shoals of reef fish, yellow-striped fusiliers and damselfish mingle. Only this isn't a reef at all. Unnatural angles and perfect circles hint at past lives. Cargo ships, trawlers and World War ships litter the bottom of Sri Lanka's coast. The largest port in Sri Lanka is exposed. Strong seas and monsoon winds make these treacherous waters. But that keeps the currents circulating, and before long, shipwrecks are seized by colonists. All manner of creatures take up residence. The wrecks provide food as well as shelter. Fish feed on algae and weeds growing on the hull. It gets crowded down here. A damselfish guards her patch and crop of algae. The wreck's very own gardener, she weeds her crop. Removing unwanted algae and seaweed from her patch helps the algae she likes to grow. The faint red circle on this mast is a patch of red algae, which she can digest far more easily than other types. But it's popular with trespassers too. Living in such close proximity to other fish means some unusual ways of getting a meal and strange relationships have evolved. It's not just gardeners, there are cleaners here too. This somewhat frantic, blue-streaked wrasse is advertising for business. By swimming strangely, moving up and down and waggling his tail, he's letting passers-by know that he and his team of females are accepting clients. Yellow-striped fusiliers notice his dance. Small groups break away from the school and stop at the wrasse's cleaning station. Soon, there is a rush on. The Fusiliers get groomed, and the wrasse get a meal. Without this help, it's impossible to remove parasites or dead tissue. The male is larger than the female members of his harem, but amongst the females there is a strict hierarchy. Constant power struggles and fights are common. If the male dies, the highest-ranking female will change sex, and she takes the top job. The arrival of the large schools is the perfect time of year. As the day draws to an end, fewer of the sun's rays find their way down to the wreck. The predator's time is nearing. An electric marble ray skirts the wreck in search of a place to hide. When darkness falls, it will deploy a deadly 80-volt shock to stun prey. A honeycomb moray alerts others to his presence with striking markings. No need for electric weaponry. He relies on an acute sense of smell and hooked teeth. To avoid falling prey to an eel or ray, some young fish are vividly colored, perhaps to impersonate a killer. Others are masters of disguise. Octopus change the color and texture of their skin to match their surroundings. As the shadows lengthen, squadrons are forming. Lionfish, adorned with venomous spines that can paralyze a man. They stretch and yawn, preparing for the hunt. They move out in formation, spreading out towards groups of small fish. The venomous spines are just for show and defense. When it comes to hunting, lionfish rely on speed. He soon has a target locked. Slowly he tracks his prey. But he strikes in an instant. With a double monsoon constantly pumping more nutrients out to sea, this all attracts the largest animal to have ever existed. This is one of the only places on Earth where blue whales can be found so close to shore all year round. Their tongue can weigh more than an elephant, and they can gulp down 4 tons of food in a single day. Huge, 25-meter-long, mysterious creatures, normally found voyaging the world's oceans. Emerging from the waves, they bring hitchhiking whale suckers to the surface. But these giants will not be going far. They seem to like Sri Lanka. the waters of this island have a unique sound. For some reason, the blue whales here have a different song. They've been repeatedly recorded, making calls with 4 notes. The other blues migrating the world's oceans don't make these complex calls. This may be one of the few places on Earth they've made a permanent home, a tribute to the richness of these waters. It's possible Sri Lanka has its own unique subspecies, evolved to exploit this fertile territory. The existence